Okay, now we have a good sense of sets, what a set is, what a subset it is, what it means to be an element of a set. We know about the complement of a set, which is everything not in a set, a subset, a proper subset. But how do we start interacting between sets, right? So like we learned numbers, and we learned how can you add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers. Those are called operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are operations. So the question then becomes, what operations can we do with sets? And that's what section 2.3 is, set operations. How can we put sets together? How can we interact between sets? We're going to start off easy with using usually about 2 sets, and then we'll get a little more complicated when we have 3 sets. Still the exact same thing, just a little more to look out into. And we're going to look at 2 primary operations. The 2 primary operations that we're going to learn are intersections and unions. So this would kind of be like learning an addition and a subtraction. It's not equivalent to that by any means, but I'm just saying addition and subtraction are operations, so are intersections and unions. So let's give it a start. Intersections of sets. It says the intersection of sets A and B is denoted A, and then you look at that symbol, and it's like the subset symbol, but facing down. So that's the in-looking symbol, right? So that's A intersect B, and it's the set of elements common to both A and B. So the intersection is what they have in common. Anytime I think intersection, I think in common. It's what's in both of them, okay? But I'm going to write in common instead of saying in both. So let's look at this Venn diagram and see if this Venn diagram makes sense. You have the set A, the circle A, and you have the set B, and if you notice, they overlap in this area. In this area in which they overlap, if I'm going to shade it in red right here, that is the intersection of the 2 sets. Think about an element being in that area. It is inside the circle of A, and it is inside the circle of B. So that is in both A and B. It is something that they have in common, that element right there. So that is the intersection of the sets. So we're going to do some examples here. It says let A be the set 1, 4, 5, and 7. Let B be the set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let C be the set 3, 6, 9. So it wants us to find A intersect B. So we have to show work here. The first thing that we should do is rewrite the sets as what they are. So what we're looking for is the set A, which is 1, 4, 5, and 7. We're looking for that intersect with B, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Remember, intersection means in common. So what we're looking for is anything that they have in common. Well, for instance, I see the number 4 in common. I also see the number 5 in common. What's in both sets? I see the numbers 4 and 5. So that tells me that the intersection is the set containing 4 and 5. It is not the numbers 4 and 5. It is the set containing 4 and 5. So the intersection of a set is a set. Your answer must be a set and must have the braces in there. Okay? Let's look at the next problem, which says A intersects C. So let's draw out A again, which was 1, 4, 5, and 7. And they want that intersected with C. C was 3, 6, and 9. That's given in the problem. Again, intersection means in common. What do they have in common? Well, it seems to me that there's nothing in common. If there's nothing in common, what do you write in the answer blank? Well, I told you the answer has to be a set, so it's a set containing anything they have in common. Well, they have nothing in common. So this is the set containing nothing, or the empty set. Again, you could use the null symbol, the circle with the slash through it, if you preferred that instead of a set with nothing in it, but that's totally fine. Look where it says take notes. It says it is a mistake to write the intersection of the set is 5, 9. Why is that a mistake? Because it's missing the braces. It says the intersection of 2 sets is a set, so you must have the braces. Let me write that as a little note. You must have braces. It is a set. Okay.